Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and I am reading Avengers #1.mu. It's going to be a Monsters Unleashed tie-in, and I believe it's actually the first tie-in. If you guys read the first Monsters Unleashed issue, or if you've even read the preview that came out, I'd actually covered both of those, but either way, you will have the gist of what happened here. The trick is that you get to see a lot of the behind the scenes. For instance, the Avengers were in Boston. Why were the Avengers in Boston? Well, you actually get to find out in this issue. Spider-Man had a business deal that he had to get out, but he also wound up meeting with an old contact, and he had to go to Boston because he realized that there was going to be some kind of a mafia meetup. Excuse me. They don't say mafia in Marvel Comics, they say Magia. I'm okay with that. That's actually a really cool name for them. I still call them Italians, and I guess on some level I should be insulted, but nah, no big deal. So he convinces the Avengers to join him because when push comes to shove, he just wants to get this over with so that he can move on and get things done, and he's got to get on his flight quick. Parker Industries business. Well, unfortunately, when he gets there, the Controller is the one who's actually rallying the Magia together. Now, the Controller is a character who, if you don't know, has little discs that go on the back of people's necks, and yeah, Peter Parker has dealt with this before, and they are able to take control of the individual heroes or whomever they go on the back of. So the Controller can now control these characters, and he gains extra abilities like strength from each character that he controls. So he's able to get a couple of the guys. Spider-Man is not one of them, neither is Hercules or Thor. Or the Vision. Now, the way this gets handled is absolutely hysterical. I'm not going to tell you what happens because it's so worth just picking it up and reading it yourself. Absolutely hysterical the way he gets taken down. And then a little bit later on too, Spider-Man is just about to leave. Miss Beecham gives him a call, and then he's like, oh no, what's going on outside? And the monsters are falling. Now, in the beginning of this issue, even though we've been calling them kaiju because, you know, that's kind of what they are, in the beginning of this story, the writer lets us know right away that he wants us to call them Leviathans. Well, okay, fine. You want to make it biblical instead of Godzilla-like? No problem. So the Leviathans start falling, and we've already seen this in the MU preview, but it's worth taking another look at it again. There's quite a few extra scenes in here. There's actually a pretty action-packed book, and there's some good humor in it, and then we get to see that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. Also, it's interesting because Captain Falcon says, hey man, I think that maybe we should call Doctor Strange in. Now, Doctor Strange's got his own thing going on in his comics, and I guess I'm going to have to start reading this. So the next tie-in is supposed to be Spider-Man Deadpool #1.mu. We'll see what happens there. Alright guys, so I'm going to give this comic a C+. It was very fun. There was a really good scene in it, but for the most part, if you got the preview, then you've already read most of this. Just a couple extra things, and you get to see why they're in Boston. Not the biggest deal in the world. Anyway guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.